everyone filled out some questions for the guys. We selected a bunch, and we'll ask them now. Okay, guys? Keith, we'll start with you since you're right next to me. Okay. There's no name on this question, so I don't know who gave it, but the question, Keith, is, was the Mike Scott pitch illegal? Did he indeed mark up the baseball?
This is the questions from the audience?
Questions from the audience.
Yes, he did. He had, but he threw it with his fastball. He never threw it with his split finger. He made his fastball run, and I swear, he threw a fastball upstairs, and he threw the split finger down, so it was up and down the ladder pitcher. He threw around 95, and he made the ball run that much, and you can make it go either way. So against a left-hander, he'd make it run away. He would start it down the middle, and it would run 95, and it would run on the outside corner, but it would run out around 6 inches for a ball, maybe 9, that kind of movement, and he can do it the other way with a right-hander. But he did mark him. We had all the balls. He had something somewhere. I think Alan Ashby was the one that had it, the catcher. So, yes. But it was okay. They got to throw the ball over the plate. That's, you see the ball, hit it.
All right, we got another one. This one's for Edgardo. Some of these have names, some of these don't. So if they have a name, I'll read it. Edgardo, this one is, what team did you love to beat?
I will say Braves.
Yeah.
I would say the Braves, but as a player, you want to beat everybody, every team. Especially here with the rivalry with the Mets and the Braves. We always want to kill those guys, for the fans. And when the interleagues come, we just want to beat the Yankees. But well, that's for Dave, not for me. But definitely, you want to beat everybody under your division, and try to go all the way, and just World Series, baby. That's it.
David, the question we got for you again doesn't have a name, but we actually covered it when you were here. So, just for you, and I know you love the history of the game. What does it mean for you to sit up here on this panel with these guys today?
I mean, a tremendous honor. It goes without saying. Growing up, being a Mike Piazza fan, a Fonzie fan, backstage. You're getting old. Yeah. Just sitting backstage, I get to learn hitting from Straw. I learned fielding from Mex. I learned that between the two of us, me and the Hall of Fame guy got 300 wins. He's told me that before. But just.
We don't refer to it as the Hall of Fame guy.
I'm sorry, okay. Mr. Seaver.
That one is going to cost you, big boy.
But just being around these guys, it's a tremendous honor, and something that I'll always cherish. I'll be able to tell, my kids and grandkids one day that I got a chance to, sit on this stage with this group of gentlemen.
We go to the McGraw family, Mark and Hank, and you could answer this from a son and from a brother perspective. And you touched on it when you were up here, but what does it mean for you just to see the legacy that Tug created and how strongly it still lives on today?
Well, I think the legacy would never have been there if it wasn't for both organizations that he played for, but more importantly, the fans, because this guy went out there every day, and as Hank said, he was a good athlete, but he had to keep up with guys like his brother. But what kept him going is the people cheering for him, and that it just makes you proud to be a McGraw. My dad does. So.
You have to remember this, right? I'm curious, do a lot of folks know how that started? The Mets were upset with Tug when he'd come off the field because he'd look up to the wives section to see if Phyllis and the kids had showed up yet. And he'd always walk off the field looking up in the stands. And I think it was Gil told him first, "Get your goddamn head out of the stands, boy." And so Tug, you probably remember this, Tug figured out a way he could signal Phyllis and the kids whenever he was coming off the mound that he noticed them up there and see you after the game. And it was this little sign. Got it. Well, all you fans picked up on it. Next thing you know, he's freaking out. It was for Phyllis, but it was mostly for all of you.
Cleon, we've talked a lot tonight, obviously, about Gil Hodges, and you were at the center of many of Gil's moments for sure. So tell us, what made him so different than other managers you played for? What made him so special?
We was frightened like hell of him. we were a young team, and when I got to the Mets, you could do anything you wanted, and nobody said anything. You know, if you threw the ball to the wrong base, they'd say good luck next time. Well, and if you showed up to the ballpark late, they said don't be late tomorrow. But you had your way. When Gil came over, all of that changed. He was in charge, and everybody knew it. And when he spoke, we jumped. And I know everybody, when they think about Gil Hodges and Cleon Jones, they think about the time he came on the field and got me. Well, I'm going to clear that up right now. Well, we were playing Houston, and we were getting our tails kicked. I mean, we was getting a thorough licking. And we act like we liked it. You know, we came in the clubhouse, and we came in the dugout, and we crossed our legs and looked out in the field like there was nothing happening. And he kept walking up and down the dugout, looking at us and never said a word. And it had rained that night and that morning. And Johnny Edwards came up and hit a double down the line, left field line. And I ran over and got the ball, threw it into second base, and he stood up at second base. I walked back to left field. I looked up, I saw Gil coming out the dugout. I said, damn, I'm glad he getting Steve out of there. He getting his ass kicked. Excuse me. So he passed by the mound. He passed by the mound, and I said, oh, he's going to get Buddy. Oh yeah, I said, he after Buddy. And he passed by Buddy. When he passed by Buddy, I looked back in the bullpen. I looked back at the bullpen, wasn't nothing going on out there. So he walked up to me and said, what's wrong? I said, what you mean, Gil? He said, I don't like the way you ran after that last ball. I said, well, Gil, we just had a talk in Montreal that I have a bad ankle, but I said I did not want to come out of the ball game unless I was hurting the team. I said, well, just look down, Gil, look down. He looked down, my feet on the water, his feet on the water. He said, that's right, we had that conversation. He said, you probably need to come on out of the ball game. Well, we walked off the field. Well, I was following my leader. I was behind him. And walking to the clubhouse, the next day the papers came out. I tore up the clubhouse, the dugout, put Seaver and Kuzma clothes in the shower, and when everybody came in, they had to wait for Nick Torman to clean up the clubhouse. Well, I had torn it up. Well, that wasn't the truth. And Gil Hodges wasn't the kind of manager that would embarrass anyone. But that's the picture that was painted. And they said I was mad with Gil and we didn't get along. I loved Gil Hodges. I loved him. And I think he cared a little bit for me. Because he yeah. Because he showed it. Anybody think enough of you to give you a nickname, they love you. And he called me Cleet, not Cleon. So he loved me. He gave me a nickname. But he was the man. Thank you.